What is that? How did I die? These are the questions I will be answering, and also how can you defeat GGNoobs, our own submission to the Hall of Grandmasters. You can see all the stats of the Grandmaster in my previous video. Now I will only mention the most important aspects. GGNoobs has tons of ES, recoup, regen and block, so you will need a high damage build either way to kill him. Long-time Grandmaster cheeses may straight come with a damage over time strategy, which is still viable, but you need significant investment into it, even by using Frostbomb, which is mandatory for this approach. I have upgraded the gear of GGNoobs on me. I added multiple dot spells up to around 100k dot damage, and it does nothing. I have a dedicated physical dot build with a million Rip tooltip damage, which is still not enough. However, one Rip on the same build works even without Frostbomb. If you have a hit-based build, you have to deal with his high attack and spell block, paired with a 5-link Tempest shield, so he can hurt you if you are not prepared. But that can be countered by the block chance reduction support, which is highly recommended if you are a hit-based character. If you don't kill him in 2-3 seconds, your best move is to wait for at least 4 seconds for the recoup ramp to fall off. The most optimal is if you wait for 20 plus seconds, so even the absorption charges fall off. Keep in mind the Grandmaster generates charges by hitting anything, so if you keep tanking him, he won't lose the absorption charges. Without block chance reduction, you need a very high DPS to kill him, but it's possible if you try until the block RNG goes in your favor. You can cheese through the statues with certain skills that don't require line of sight. You still need enough damage for it, but if Tempest Shield is the main thing preventing you from the kill, this trick will definitely help. It even causes the triggered movement spells to keep him behind the statue. Finally, my best recommendation for an easy kill is just one-shotting him. If you are an elemental damage caster, you can easily swap to Flameblast. I tested many setups, around 50k in-game tooltip damage with fire penetration is enough to one-shot him. That is 2 million total damage at 10 stacks in PoB. You don't need any cast speed, because slower attacks and casts deal more damage in PvP. If you have cast speed investment, remove it if possible. Flameblast gets a lot better with the divergent alternate quality, which is insanely good for PvP. Not only you gain maximum stages, the less cast speed penalty translates to even higher damage in PvP, because faster skills are penalized by the PvP formula. So you only need an in-game tooltip of 20k average damage with halved cast speed for the one-shot, which is only above a million PoB average damage at 14 stacks. On my testing character, these mean heavily reduced setups. With activating everything, I can reach above 100k in-game tooltip, which is 7 million average damage at 19 stacks, or 250k damage in PvP. You don't even need the block chance reduction gem if you don't die. You can cast a few times until it goes through the block. You can swap in Enhance and Ashes Amulet to make the quality go up to 70%. Discharge can also easily one-shot him with around 12 million in-game tooltip damage, and that is only half of what my Discharge character is capable of. Pay attention to the debuffs you are getting from GGNoobs. If you are a caster with Righteous Fire on, Frostbomb can cause you to degen to your own RF. Enfeeble is being triggered over and over as you damage him, so curse reduction or immunity is recommended. If you try to run away while you damage him, he will just teleport back to you with lightning warp, so make sure you can tank him in that case. If you are projectile based, you will likely need a decent amount of pierce, because the damage triggered frost walls can prevent most of your damage. GGNoobs has 130% curse reduction and 90% crit reduction, so you can swap crit supports for alternatives. I attempted this fight on most of my builds on standard, which are semi-expensive, well into the endgame, but still didn't manage to defeat him like on half of them, so I can say I am happy with the results. Everything I intended works as it is supposed to. Hopefully it provides a new kind of challenge in PoE, an easily accessible fight, since it's now in a map and not just in PvP, We may even set up a gauntlet race bounty for it. Tell us or record your own experience, and if you have an idea for a potential next submission, we will be looking into it sometime. Why did I make this video to reveal the best threats to beat him? I figured it's been enough time, and the goal was to surprise people. Whoever gets out of the way to find the solution, it may as well be me who provides it. You can see the builds I used in this video on my profile, and I also link the Flameblast build POB in the description. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more niche PoE builds and projects. I may make a separate video on Flameblast and how to tank it. GGNoobs.